Hello, you guys. This is your girl, the Glamorous Witch, coming at you with another celebrity reading. I did a reading the other day on when Eminem would release his diss track to MGK, and I said that it would be released. I gave a date on when it would be released. I removed that video shortly after I uploaded it. Quite a few people had already looked at it, but I had to take it down because something deep inside me told me that the information was wrong and that he would not be releasing his diss track around the time that I said he would. So I said, you know what? I don't want to give people's hopes up because I know people are looking forward to this beef. So let me delete this, or get rid of this reading, and that's what I did. So I definitely want to give people good information, accurate as I possibly can. And something deep down inside was just kind of telling me that it wasn't, um, that bit of information wasn't accurate. So I took down that video. So I apologize. Um, I do kind of feel like I kind of know when, but I don't want to put it back out there in case I'm wrong. So, yeah. But anyway, so I've been noticing that Drake has been befriending everybody that Nicki Minaj has been having beef with. So I wanted to kind of go and see what is their relationship like. What is Drake and Nicki Minaj's relationship like? Because he befriended Meek Mill again. Basically, a lot of people that Nicki Minaj has beef with, it seems like Drake is kind of befriending these people. So, and he also befriended or did a show with Travis Scott, and everybody knows that Nicki Minaj has a little bit of beef with Travis Scott for some stupid ass petty reasons. But anyway, I've already dealt these cards, so let's get started. Drake just kind of feels like Nicki Minaj. He kind of he's known this side of Nicki since day one. So he just kind of feels like Nicki Minaj is never gonna change. She's gonna be the same person that she is, and he also kind of feel like Nicki Minaj's career isn't really gonna go isn't gonna really go anywhere because of these outbursts that she's having. So the energy that I'm getting from this card, the Hangman, is he basically feel like Nicki's hanging herself, you know, and I don't think that he necessarily really wants to have any. Yeah, something's going behind closed doors. Nicki Minaj is him and her are having some disagreements behind closed doors because when he did the show with Travis Scott, now with Meek Mill, him and Nicki Minaj have been having some words exchanged. She doesn't appreciate what he's doing. She feels like Drake owes her a certain type of loyalty, and she just feels like he's not upholding his loyalty, because even though they're not a part of Young Money anymore, Nicki Minaj still feels like they are in a sense. She feels like he owes her loyalty because they both came up together. They both, started out, in the industry together. So he just feels like she's just erratic. Drake feels like Nicki Minaj, and Drake is not that dude. He's not that type of dude that wants to argue, and he doesn't come from that background. His mother raised him in somewhat of a he come from a really good home, a stable home. His mom did, there wasn't much yelling and stuff going around. So that's not of his environment. Nicki Minaj, I guess he feels like she just brings a lot of drama. She creates and brings a lot of drama. And he's not okay with that. He feels like Nicki Minaj, he doesn't want her to mess up his coins. He feels like also, I kind of feel like from this the energy that I'm getting from this card is Drake also feels like Nicki Minaj befriends a lot of these newcomers, these younger people coming in, like the Takashis, the Lil Uzis and stuff. He feels like she jumps on whatever bandwagon she can to make a coin, and he's just like, I know how you are. He's not really wanting to get in the mix of that. So And also he's afraid that she's gonna mess up his coins, by being the way she's being. So the four of coins is upside down. And so that tells me that Drake doesn't want to be associated with Nicki because he doesn't want her to stop his bags, basically. He feels like right now Nicki is bad for business. So he wants to keep himself, in a place where it's just like calm and, stuff. So um I also feel like Drake has heard some things that Nicki has said about him behind his back. And I feel like he's getting some of this information from Meek Mill now that the two of them are cool. Believe it or not, y'all, the energy that I'm feeling is Nicki looks really bad in the industry. A lot of people are turned off from her. And it's just a matter of time before they kick her ass out, you know. There's a lot of stuff that's coming to Drake that's being said about Nicki, and she has a bad reputation right now, and people are telling him if you want to, keep your brand and everything going good, and you don't want to mess up your brand, you need to kind of keep your distance away from her. Nicki is sinking herself, y'all. Like, you see, she's sinking, and all of her cups, everything is just being taken away from her. Drake feels like Nicki is sinking herself. He feels like she is on her way down. He feels that way. Actually, Nicki wanted to do some work with Drake. She wanted to do some another record with him, and I kind of feel like Drake. I kind of in my head hear him making excuses as to why he can't really work with her on a project. Um, Nicki wanted to do something with him, and he's just not here for it. And I also feel like behind closed doors, she's kind of feeling a little salty about that too. You know, I also feel like she wanted to be on his new project. So, Nicki weighs him down. Like she's like that sister that just won't shut the fuck up. you know. So he's distancing himself. And I also feel like Drake is kind of happy that this is going on because even though he's been like that brother, to her or whatever, they kind of have like that brother sister relationship. He's happy that she's going through the shit that she's going through, you know? Like Drake is really trying to separate himself from the whole Nicki Minaj Young Money thing. Like he is. He's trying to separate himself from it because, you know, and exactly. He's like Drake is jumping ship, y'all. He is drunk. He is really like jumping ship. He is like on his own wave. Like he's just in his going in his own direction. Like he just really doesn't have any time for Nicki. So Drake, and I don't know why, but I'm picking up Drake's energy. I'm picking up his energy, very strong. Drake feels like she's getting what she's put out there. Actually, y'all, how a lot of us have been saying that this is Nicki's. She's going through this because of what she did to Lil Kim. Drake feels the same way. He feels the same exact way. So, yeah, he feels the same way. So, yeah, a lot of these Drake's energy is very strong. Like it just seems like Drake is just doing his own thing and Nicki's trying to catch up to him. That's just the energy that I'm feeling. Like, honey, Drake is worried about his coins. He is not even worried about all that bullshit. Like Drake is really trying to get his motherfucking coins, okay? He is not here for the bullshit. He is not here for Nicki's bullshit. He's not. And they have a little thing going on, y'all. So yeah, I see them kind of just doing their own thing. And the Six of Swords basically tells me just that. Um, Drake and Nicki are not close like they used to be at all. You know, and Nicki's just kind of feeling like she's going through a lot, and she just kind of feels like, her brother doesn't have her back, basically. You know, and I hate to say it, but Drake is just like the bitch is just getting everything that she put out there. Because this also justifies the whole thing with the Remy Ma beef that happened, and how Drake had his head down in the background. Like, Drake didn't want no part of that beef with Remy Ma, between Nicki and Remy Ma. He was not here for Nicki even then, y'all. Like, after this whole thing happened where Nicki was basically giving Meek Mill information about Drake and all the shit that he's been through, he doesn't trust Nicki. He doesn't. And he's happy that she's getting everything that she's going through. So Nicki and Drake overall from this reading, they're not really close like they used to be. There's some bickering going on back and forth. Um, there's some feelings of that, Nicki's feeling like she's being backstabbed. Drake's feels like he's justified in what he's doing. And, he's just really not here for the bullshit, which I don't blame him. So, yeah. So, hope y'all enjoyed this reading.